How's it going, guys? EVG here, and welcome to our final video on the perfect storm. This time, I'm going to be talking about Nintendo. Now, of course, the perfect storm is a short series where I talk about my wishes for the E3 presentations from these different companies. I already did Microsoft and Square Enix. Now I'm going into Nintendo. So as such, this video is going to be completely and totally subjective and biased. So if you don't agree with my opinions, that's totally fine. But you let me know what Nintendo would need to show in order to be the perfect E3 for you, or the best E3 for you. Either one. Alright, so let's get into it. And here's the thing. Nintendo, I feel, is the company that doesn't need much for them to win E3 for me. Because based on what we know, they're already in the lead. We already know that we're going to get Smash-related news. We already know that we're going to get information on the games that are coming out later. Mario Maker 2, Cadence of Hyrule, Fire Emblem Three Houses, Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, Astro Chain, Luigi's Mansion 3, Animal Crossing, Pokemon Sword and Shield. I just learned, Link's Awakening, and I just learned that Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Olympic Games is going to be at E3 as well. It's going to be in Sega's booth, but I'd imagine it's going to be at Nintendo's as well, since that game is exclusive to the Switch. So, yeah. So far, everything looks great. So far, I'm excited about everything, pretty much. And there's not much that they would need in order to win E3 for me. But what would make it perfect? What would make this E3 perfect? Well, let's start with what we know. And boy, there's a lot that we know. Let's start with Smash Brothers, because I think this is important. Character reveals. Right now, there's a lot of rumors going around that we're probably going to get Erdrick and Banjo. I don't mind that. If I had it my way, we would get Rex and Pyra and Master Chief. Why? Because I'm weird. But, yeah. Even if we get Erdrick and Banjo, I'll be happy. I honestly don't care who we get at this point, because the roster is already so massive and so virtually perfect that it doesn't even matter to me. But the question is, when do we get it? I want the second character reveal, that reveal, to be at the Smash Brothers tournament. I want that trailer to be showcased at the Smash Brothers tournament, and I want Sakurai at the tournament to announce the release date for June 11th. You know, after the Nintendo Direct. That's what I want. At the tournament, he announces that and says they're coming June 11th. Boom. Big shot. And if they do a second character reveal, I want that to be in the Direct and then showcase it at the Treehouse. And have that to be revealed sometime in like August. That would be cool. I would love that. I would absolutely love that. And that's pretty much it for Smash Brothers. I'm not going to go too deep into details on like the characters I want, the stages, the music, and all that, because there's a lot more to go through. I don't have the time. Alright, now let's go to Mario Maker 2. I want the Mario Maker 2 related announcements to be at the Mario Maker 2 tournament as well. And all I want to see is if they have another theme, show it off. Personally, I would really like to see a Mario Bros. 2 theme. I wasn't on board with it before because I'm like, Mario 2 is too different from the original 2D Marios to really make anything out of. But then they pulled the whole, hey, extra game styles like 3D World are separate from the other game styles. I'm like, oh, well guess what? You can do this now. So do it! Give me Mario Bros. 2 as a style. So now I'm on the train. So that's awesome. And I love, again, show it at the Invitational. Because that way the Direct can go over more things. Please and thank you. Now as far as the other games, let's talk about the ones we know very, very little about. Being Animal Crossing Luigi's Mansion 3, Link's Awakening, sort of, Town, which I forgot to mention earlier, Somewhat Town, and what's the last one? Astral Chain. I don't know why I forgot it. It's my second most anticipated game of the year. Blowout. Blow them all out. Blow them all out. I want at least like 3 to 4 minutes on each of these, if at all possible. Animal Crossing in particular, I would love to see 7 minutes of Animal Crossing. Solely because that's how much time they gave to Fire Emblem Three Houses in the February Direct. So, yeah. Animal Crossing needs it at this point because we know nothing about it. So give Animal Crossing those 7 minutes. 7 minutes is all I can spare to play with you. Okay, I'm done. And then the other ones, like I said, at least like 4 minutes on those because we just don't know much. Astral Chain probably could use less. Just show us gameplay, how that works, the HUD, the environment a little bit, and boom. And save the rest for like the treehouse. That would be cool. Luigi's Mansion, again, 4 minutes would be really good. And again, this is all assuming that the Direct is 45 minutes long. So that's what? About 4 minutes each, with 7 for Animal Crossing. So that is about 23 minutes out of a 45-minute Direct. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Awesome. Alright. So yeah, go over those. That would be good. Link's Awakening, again, spend like 4 minutes on it to show what's new. Just show what's new. If there's not much new, then spend probably like 2 minutes on it. And give us like the release date and the price, please. That's what I really want to know. Is it $60? If you're not going to change it much aside from its style, is it $60? Because Link's Awakening is a great game, but it's a short game. So, that's what I want to know. And yeah, and then Town, I mean, show that off a bit. I don't think it needs much. It's probably more of an eShop title at the end of the day. But I would love it if you showed quite a bit of it. Alright, let's get into some of the other stuff too. Daemon X Machina, if you don't have to change much, or if you've done your changes pretty quickly, release date. That's all I need from Daemon X Machina. Release date. If it's pushed back, let me know it's pushed back. If it's coming out this year, let me know it's coming out this year. That's all I need to know. Tell me the release date of Daemon X Machina. If you want to show off what you changed, but don't spend too much time on it. Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Here comes that bias. Here comes that bias. I want you to spend 20 minutes on Marvel. No. I'm not going that far. This ain't Smash Brothers. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm kidding. I want a Fantastic Four trailer. I want a Fantastic Four trailer where you just reveal them, blow it out, and my personal wish, Doctor Doom is playable. If you can pull that off, if you can pull off the doggone perhaps an alliance is required after all, with Doctor Doom, that's it. Marvel Ultimate Alliance wins E3. Not even Nintendo. Marvel Ultimate Alliance wins E3. That's all it's needed. Ah, man. Whoo, boy. Yeah. And then Fire Emblem Three Houses. I want a story trailer. We haven't really known much about the story. We know about, you know, how the gameplay is supposed to work, how teaching the kids and getting into battles and everything is supposed to go, and we know like the beginning of the story. But I love to see a story trailer based on the overarching story. Like, we know that there's a weird dragon inside Byleth's head, but what does that entail? Where is that going? We know that there's something weird about the Church of Saros. Is the church evil? Probably, but why? You know, it's like, just show us a little bit of of how the story's supposed to go. If you're not going to do that, then just remind us it exists. That's pretty much it. Pokemon Sword and Shield. They just had their direct, and it was amazing. Like, I'm actually really excited for Pokemon now. Reveal new Pokemon. If you need to, show off, if you can, show off an evolution or something. Perhaps evolutions of the starters. Otherwise, just show some new Pokemon. I think maybe like 2 or 3 I'd be fine with. And yeah, you don't have to spend much time on Pokemon Sword and Shield. If you want to, you could even do like a story trailer for it. Whatever you decide, pretty much. And Mario and Sonic. Mention it exists, please and thank you. Please mention that it exists, and show off some gameplay if possible. I'd love to see some gameplay of it. I'd imagine they'll probably just leave Mario and Sonic in like the Sega booth and whatnot. I don't even think it'll get a Treehouse segment, as much as I would want it to. Maybe it could. There's 3 days of Treehouse, so maybe it could. But I personally doubt it. I would love it though, because I'm excited for Mario's. Oh boy. Is that everything? I'm never too sure, because there's just so much. Woo boy! So, that's based on what we know. Just what we know. What about what we don't know? Alright. So, I'm gonna go into kind of rumor territory here. So, a lot of games have been rumored and whatnot. So, let me talk about those, because some of them I do want. I want Metroid Prime Trilogy. If you could show that off, that would be awesome. And if it comes out this year, that would be even more awesome. If it comes out this year for cheap, woo! Yes, please. Pikmin. Now, a lot of people say that the Pikmin 3 port is on the way. Personally, I want Pikmin 4. Show me Pikmin 4. So that's my biased wish. Show me Pikmin 4. Let's talk about some of the games that are coming out later. Bayonetta 3, Metroid Prime 4, Shin Megami Tensei 5. 3, 4, 5. Right? If you could show one of those games, I'm satisfied. I'm fine. Just one. Metroid Prime 4 is very likely to not be there. Like, extremely unlikely to be there. So, you know, just show the trilogy and you're good. Bayonetta 3, I would like it if they could show something. Because, you know, Bayonetta 3 fans have had to wait for a long time and they're not getting really anything. And with Astral Chain, even though it's really hype and I'm really excited for Astral Chain, unfortunately the Bayonetta 3 fans are getting pushed aside because, hey, this new Platinum game exclusive to the Switch is going to be announced and released in the same year within like 6 months. And Bayonetta 3 was announced years ago. What's going on, you know? Shin Megami Tensei 5, I just want to know that Atlas knows the Switch exists at this point. Yeah, I'm one of those fans that was slightly burned by Persona not coming to the Switch. Though I do think... Here's my thing. I'll get into this later as I talk about third parties, but I wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised, but I would be very happy about Persona 3 Fez and Persona 4 Golden coming to the Switch. And maybe the vanilla Persona 5. That would all be really, really cool. And I can honestly see some of that happening. But before I get into that, Shin Megami Tensei 5, you show it off, it'll retain some semblance of goodwill, and maybe show off a little bit of Persona 5 Scrambled, if at all. Alright? And I think that's it as far as the rumor train goes. Now let me put my personal wants into this. As far as first party. I've already mentioned some third party in the Microsoft and Square Enix, so I won't mention it again here. Just getting that out of the way. But let's talk about first party that I would like to see. Revive a dead franchise. Bring back some franchise that has died in the past and make it come back and in a big way. Give us, I don't know, a new Wave Race maybe? A new F-Zero? Shoot. If you really want to go down the well, give us a new Ice Climber. And have it slated for 2020. That would be really cool. A lot of people want to see the next Mario Kart. A brand new Mario Kart. I think it's too early. I don't think they should reveal Mario Kart yet. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is doing so well right now. Maybe they could tease a new Mario Kart, but I think they should wait until maybe like their Fall Direct or their Spring Direct next year. And have that be the big game that you gotta wait like 3 months to know anything about. Like Smash Brothers. Yeah, so Mario Kart, I don't really want it to show up here. Not really. But I do want some more party games or some more smaller games. We know the Cadence of Hyrule is going to be there because it comes out in June. We need to know when it comes out, the day and everything. Plus they have an indie day, a specific indie day scheduled for the Treehouse. Very likely Cadence of Hyrule is going to be there. Hopefully Hat in Time as well. But that's a different story. So yeah, Cadence of Hyrule, I hope that comes out really soon. And, what was I saying? I want smaller games. Right. Smaller games. Dr. Mario, NES Remix, Rhythm Heaven, WarioWare, something along those lines. I would love to see that. Give us, like, a Wii collection. That would be pretty awesome. Kind of like a Wii Sports Resort. You know, Wii Sports plus Wii Sports Resort. Wii Play, maybe. I don't know. Wii Party. Give us all those kinds of games, because we don't really use our Miis anymore. They're kind of going the way of Amiibo, because Amiibo don't really get used anymore either. So it's weird. I would love to see them bring back kind of the majesty of the Wii and all those wacky games. Particularly, I just want Wii Sports back, if I'm being totally honest, because Wii Sports was just awesome. And it'll wash my mouth after, wash the bad taste out of my mouth that 1-2 Switch has left and is still lingering. Alright. Aside from that, I want another Mario Sport. Anyone is really fine. I'm cool with any kind of Mario Sport you put in there. Hoops, give me Mario Hoops, Mario Golf, Mario Tennis, Mario Strikers, Mario Sluggers, whatever you want to do. If I wanted to go with what I wanted the most, I want Mario Sluggers. So that would be on my wish list, Mario Sluggers. I feel like Strikers is way too early because Next Level is working on Luigi's Mansion 3. Once they're done with Luigi's Mansion 3, then I'll be like, yeah, Strikers. And then Golf. Camelot is still supporting Mario Tennis Aces. And they can work on Golf still, so Golf could still happen. But I just like baseball more. And Bandai Namco is big enough to be working on a baseball game, a Mario Sluggers game, for the Switch. So, I would love to see a new Sluggers. Beyond that, personally, I would like to see a new Wario Land. Wario Land is a game that's also been heavily rumored to be coming to like the 3DS. Which, guess what? Guess what other game was rumored to be coming to the 3DS? Link's Awakening. And hey, it came to the Switch. Wario Land? Come on. Come on. A new Kirby kind of game would be cool too. A new game or a spin-off, it doesn't really matter to me. And of course, like I mentioned before, reviving old franchises. Love to see them bring back Kid Icarus or Earthbound or something. I don't think they should do Kid Icarus yet because Sakurai and his team are still on Smash Brothers, and I don't want anyone else to make a Kid Icarus game. It's kind of like with Retro and Metroid Prime. No one wants anyone else to make Metroid Prime except for Retro. I feel the same way about Kid Icarus after Uprising. I don't want anyone to make a Kid Icarus game except for Sora Limited, and Sakurai's team. So yeah, but not a new Earthbound. Earthbound is finished. I know that. But, you know, I'll always tout localized Mother 3. But I think it's time for an Earthbound remake. I would love to see an Earthbound remake. That would absolutely be awesome. And have that slated for 2020. Beautiful. And also, it is also time for a new Mario RPG. A lot of people are saying that a Mario and Luigi game could be around the corner. Yeah, maybe. They did, though, just remake Bowser's Inside Story. And that may not seem like a lot of work, but it was like ground up remake. So, I would rather see Paper Mario. And I think Paper Mario could very well be coming pretty soon. Now, I know I said something along the lines of, hey, Next Level Games is working on Luigi's Mansion 3, so they can't work on Strikers. So it's like, why would I say Intelligent Systems can work on Paper Mario when they already are on Fire Emblem? Because Intelligent Systems is very good at releasing multiple games at once. They've already done it, in fact, with Sticker Star and Awakening. So, yeah, I think they are more than capable of putting out a new Paper Mario pretty soon. If not late this year, then early next year. I could totally see it. And this Paper Mario will definitely be at least a step in the right direction. Because so far, all of their Mario games have been that. The sole exception, I think, is New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, which is a step backwards. But all other Mario games that have been produced on the Switch have been a step forward. So, yeah. That's pretty much it as far as first party. Ooh boy, we're at 20 minutes. I'm not done. Yep, that's right. I'm not done. Let's talk about third party games for a minute. And not the ones that I already mentioned, once again. So, I mentioned earlier Persona 3, Persona 3 Fez, Persona 4 Golden, and maybe base Persona 5. That would make me explode. I would love to see that. Like a Persona 3-4 pack, and then Persona 5 standalone. Boom! My brain would be all over this room right now. Everywhere. There'd be a piece there, there'd be a piece there. Oh, there's my marble. Yep. That would just make me fangirl all over the place. Oh boy. But aside from Persona, there's been rumors going around about Witcher 3 coming to Switch. I wouldn't really play it anyway. It's not really my cup of tea, so I don't know about that one. What I absolutely would play, that I've been asking for since the Switch came out, and am still wondering why it's not there. Where in the world is Batman? The Switch is the perfect system for the Arkham games. Give me Return to Arkham on Switch already. I know Rocksteady is not going to be at E3, but really? You can't just give me Return to Arkham on the Switch? It works so well. It would work so well. Because it just takes me a long time to finish those kind of games, and I would love to play them on a system where I can just play them however and wherever and whenever I want. So put Arkham on the Switch, please. I'd love for that to be a reveal. Soul Calibur. I think Soul Calibur will come to the Switch as well. Because they kind of messed up when they didn't put it on there. Soul Calibur still did really well. I'm not saying that it's a bad game or anything. But considering Soul Calibur has a history of doing like exclusive characters on certain systems and touting multiple systems and whatnot, the big thing being Link in Soul Calibur 2 back on the GameCube. I think they do real well with putting Soul Calibur on the Switch. So I would love to see that. I would absolutely love to see that. And aside from that, I think that's it as far as like the third-party games that I would want to see. Oh, Dead or Alive 6. That's the one, right? Yeah, that's the one. Dead or Alive 6 is another game that I think should be on the Switch. Alright. Now that's pretty much it as far as third-party goes, and as far as these games go. Hey guys, real quick, I forgot to mention this when I initially recorded this video, but another want for me is Super Nintendo games on Nintendo Switch Online. Because as of right now, there's really no big incentive to get Nintendo Switch Online except to just play games online. Which usually is a good enough incentive, but in this case, it would be nice to have some extra features. And I think Super Nintendo games online would greatly influence that. As for my picks for what they'd be, I think they should have like a starting 10, which should include Mario World, Link to the Past, Super Metroid, F-Zero, Earthbound, and others. I forget what the other ones are. Kirby Superstar, maybe the original Star Fox. I think that's all I can really... Donkey Kong Country. Here we go. Every time I say I think that's all I can think of, I think of another one. Yoshi's Island. Boom. There we go. And last one. You know what? I'll leave that up to the imagination. Alright. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you very much. Back to the original. Honestly, I want them to kind of blow out what we already know is coming, and then expound upon, and then show off a bunch of other things that will come in the future. That's what I want from this presentation. I would summarize everything, but that's going to take a hot minute. So I'm just going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to hear more. And yeah, that is the end of my Perfect Storm series for E3 2019. This E3 is going to be absolutely crazy, especially if all these predictions or all these wishes of mine come true, which I highly doubt. But I'm still super excited for this E3, and I cannot wait. Cannot wait to see what they show. So let me know what you want from Nintendo in particular. And yeah, thanks again for joining in. I will catch you guys at E3. See you later.